There'll be no sex tonight, she laments as her sweat begins to dry. Well, there'll be no sex tonight. Oh well, she's a bit drunk anyhow. She counts the sit-ups that she do, if only she were down. There'll be no sex tonight. There'll be no sex tonight, she accepts as her friend begins to snore. There'll be no sex tonight, she admits she doesn't feel pretty anymore. She thinks they can fall in a film about a Chinese girl. There'll be no sex tonight. There'll be no sex tonight. Her feet feel like shoes beneath the quilt. There'll be no sex tonight. She can't remember if she has panties on. A curious hand finds only hell. She wishes it wasn't hers. A curious hand finds only hell, and she wishes it wasn't hers. There'll be no sex tonight. Well, there'll be no sex tonight. There'll be no sex tonight.
Ooh, what a startup. What a startup that is. Always is. Every time I start with that song, of course. Who we got here now? Top Chat. Why is it on Top Chat? Why do they want to sabotage me to my own viewers? Casey Batman. Love to see that guy around here. Inverse says hi Casey before hi to me. That's the thing that Casey used to do. He used to say hi to other people before me, the guy who's giving him a reason to be here for the stream. Anyway, well, I wasn't on yet, so I can give you that. Hello, Sir Munster. Hello, Josh Cauldron. Peter Meyer, Peter Meter says, Retards Club. Your name is Meter Peter, man. Six Bell, good to see you. Casey Batman, of course, he's going after Stick Spell at first. That is it's only right, I guess. But yeah, why is he ignoring Inverse? Yeah, anyway. But I'm ready for a good stream today. I'm calling you as the thumbnail suggests. So this stream, we're going to be having extended call-ins throughout the stream. So that means anytime anybody wants to call in, they can. Anytime. So anytime you want to, as long as you ain't interrupting anything, it'll be golden. Millimeter Peter apologizes to Casey. Please be my friend on Discord. He will be. He will try to be your friend unless you block him. I mean, as long as you have not blocked him, he will be your friend. Or he will try to. No matter who you are. Good idea, Mikey. I like that idea. I mean, if we can get Casey to get on here, I doubt he will be. I think he's banned from Discord so far. Word pace. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying, man. We missed the guy. We've been missing the guy. All of us have. Well, you can do it for Casey, Stickspell. Do it for a good cause, at least, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be a good stream. Anyhow, again, I have to give credit for getting us started off right. The song from Andy Hollanden's Heat to Fragrance album. Anybody on my server will probably be familiar with the name Andy Hollenden if they've taken a look at the quotes channel on my server. But yeah, wonderful song from probably, I would say, my favorite album of his. It's a good one. It's non-copyright, so you can thank Mr. Hollenden for that, because my selection of non-copyright music that I can play on CD is sparse. It is sparse. I know there is a big collection of CDs pointing the wrong way out there, and I've yet to sift through and sample all of them to see what could be applicable for that. But I know I can rely on my guy Andy Hollenden for that. So check it out if you can, because it's giving us a couple tunes for the intro, and we're glad that I've got the boombox up close to as close to my monitor as I can have it without having to use the microphone, because apparently people are complaining about my microphone, so we ain't doing that anymore. We're Morty. Yeah, feel free to spam Morty until he comes in here. I feel like that is what I might need to do. Anyway, he likes to pop up and chat, but not commit, I guess. Anyway, but how are we all doing How are we all doing here? It's been a good week. Been a good week for you all. Have you gotten all of your Christmas decorations down before Valentine's Day? That is my goal every year, is to not have anything up, any Christmas decorations up by Valentine's. Hopefully you all have committed to that. Apply that same mindset as well. But it's been, certainly my week would have been better in case he came back to Discord. I wish, many times I wish that, but fortunately, it's just what has to happen. I think, you know, for the greater good, for Casey and everyone he might follow and try to be friends with. I just feel like this is better. This is the hard truth, but it is better. I know we miss him, but you can find him on Reddit at least. I don't know if you're on Reddit, Inverse, but you might just have to adapt. Just have to adapt. But it's certainly been the week. Been doing a bunch of projects. Well, one that lead into one overarching project that you will see in, well, I hope for you all to see it as soon as possible. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, putting aside other projects for this one, so I'm hoping you all can be seeing it maybe, and just maybe, by next week. But we'll see. It's a bit of a more considerable one. It's a larger one. But gotten that going for me. But also, I've gotten, I got this sweater going for me, which is from Iceland. And it is one of the most effective sweater, if not the most effective sweater I've ever come into contact with. Not sure you can see it that well, but this is 100% Icelandic wool. And it is just that. No BS in it, no, not even cotton or elastic or anything, or any synthetics. It's 100% Icelandic wool. And I would like this company who makes these to maybe perhaps sponsor me. I would not be opposed to that sponsorship from them, because they make the best sweaters that I know of. But then, in addition to that, we need them. I need them at least, because you all cannot see out there. Actually, kind of can. You sort of can out there, because it is a complete, and I mean a complete and total whiteout. We have had a total whiteout. Again, this year with its weather, I mean, dang, how do you go about explaining it? Obviously, we had all that stuff, the below zero temperatures, back in early January, but then it warmed up to spring temperatures. It felt like spring, like April out here. But then dropped down again, and I was thinking, you know, what I always think around this time of year when it is dropping down in temperature like this, thinking, if it's going to be this cold, I'm going to be fine with it, as long as you have some snow. That'll be making it all fine. And here we have it. A complete total whiteout. Even not as deep as the stuff that we got back in January, but it was not a whiteout back then. Like this is everything is white. It was I cannot remember the last time I had seen it. I cannot remember if I had ever seen it before. The visual of there being the sun out, but covered with clouds. The sun was I could tell was shining bright, but it was not directed anywhere. Completely gray sky, completely gray over, but everything was completely clear as day and seemed bright because of all the total white out there, and it was reflecting the sunlight that we were able to get. And it looked like it was sunny out. It was so strange. It looked like it was sunny out if you just look around, but then if you look up, completely cloudy. Josh says, your room is cleaner than Mothy's. Well, if you're comparing things to Mothy's room, what else can you expect? Did this light get moved in here? What is this? What is this thing? This ring of light. I don't even know where that is coming from. Still, I'm a light bulb again. I myself am the light bulb. That's a psychedelic 60s song idea for you. I am the light bulb. I'm still the light bulb. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what it would be like watching my streams while tripping. I wonder how that would be. Is this better? It's dark for me, just up front. But I guess the back of the room is illuminated enough and I'm clear enough. I ain't oversaturated. So, could be fine. And you almost made me double take right there. I saw New York. I was thinking, Inverse lives in New York. That'd make much more sense. I could see that rather than where you do live, but that confused me. You live in a 3x3. I'm not familiar with apartments. I'm not familiar. Room for the. Gotta compromise Casey will come with these. And Riz, you keep asking him. You keep asking for him enough. It seems like that's what you want, Shouldn't start complaining when he might need a place to go and stay, man. Oh, don't tell me you're not going to be as kind as Pace, and you're not going to let Casey sleep in your bed. Don't tell me. Don't tell me you're going to be like that. Stacked bed? A stacked bed? Stacked bed. Is that the Dutch word for bunk bed? Is that it? Is that the same thing as bunk bed? I've never heard a bunk bed called anything other than a bunk bed my whole life, I must say. And I thought I was versed okay in European terms. But you hold. Oh, don't remind me. Inverse. I'm sorry. Stick spell. We were talking about earlier. I cannot believe Timothy is not a character, and people have written his life for him, and these elements that keep ramping up. I forgot about the hole in the wall. He punched a hole. If you think about it too much, it makes you start questioning reality. It really does. Cave divers, low ceilings. Well, you know that'd be okay for you. So, I mean that'd be fine for you. You sleep on the floor. Okay. Is that more comfortable for you? Do you find that more comfortable? Wish it was Sticksville instead. I'll stay out of that discussion. The roaches to escape from. Were there roaches? Are you making that up, or were there actually roaches? I would believe that there might have been roaches. I could see both outcomes. Made out of cardboard. Not mine. But yeah, I always found it odd when I would see videos of people just practically running through their own walls. And Sixbill, you have to tell me, are our walls on par with the Swedes? Is that? No, there's metal behind the walls, actually. So could not break through with a 9-pound hammer. Paper mache, yeah, and far more easy to burn too. Your wall is concrete. Was it actually concrete? Well, you live in an apartment, so I mean, well, unless it's like a really, really budget, you know, maybe newly made apartment that's made out of plastic. Apartments are usually brick, at least. At least most of the ones over here. There was a again, like I said, the more recently developed neighborhoods. There are some that have the sides of the apartment. I could assume you could melt with a hot enough hair dryer, you know. But we have to keep it sturdy over here because all this snow, and a bit concerned about the garage, which is not which is probably the least sturdy part of the house. I'm a bit concerned about that. With the snow, there's a bit of a I won't say cave-in just yet, but depression in the roof there. So hope that's not going to be causing you too many problems. But man, I hope I can get enough time out there to get out and enjoy the snow. Went for a little bit of a walk out there, but maybe I don't know if I'll have the time to do any skiing or anything. The snow's definitely not as deep, but I think I could do a bit of skiing on it. That is if it stays, and I hope it does. But again, cannot predict anything around here anymore. I've deducted you cannot predict anything. You used to, but it is actually flip-flopping. I've not ever experienced weather that I would describe exactly as flip-flopping. It's this. we are actually having flip flops out here. Josh, are you okay? You you've taken New Year, New Me in the wrong direction, Josh. Started with the conflict between you and Jace, and you've just been you're becoming unhinged. You're going nuts. You posted the rat thing that apparently sounds like me. You posted that like 3 times. The last time was far after the fact. You, yeah, if you developed an issue with letting things go, how I did not even see your comment at first until now. I was just thinking that. I was thinking that before I saw your comment. I was just gonna say him and Josh and so abrasive. Where is this problem, sudden complication of not being able to let things go coming from? Being able to get over things, having things live rent free in their minds. They barely ever communicate. You know, I think you both should call in. Josh, you should call in and we'll get so abrasive over here as well. I would like to see that. I really would like to see that. Playing Final Fantasy Online, and I went into a room with a tough boss fight. I have no idea what any of that means. Wrong account, Taco Truck? Well, you should have stuck with that one. Why would you go and call out your mistake? And we know who you are now. You exposed yourself. You exposed your identity on Captain Kira's stream. You're not making it much better for yourself, I have to say, man. But good to have you here. Welcome. Hopefully you can... Oh, if it's the wrong account, you're not going to be Taco Truck anymore. You can't give us any... Can't give us any enchiladas or chimichangas. Definitely not helping your case by spelling stick spell like that either, I have to say. Why stick spell too? I thought only Inverse was gonna know tacos. But still, I do hope you spell stick spell like that forever. That has just become solidified. You know, we cannot have any different. You know what? Sticks, I would support him in that business endeavor. I would. I honestly would. Yeah, to get him out of pushing carts, maybe not for that long. It will maybe only last less than a day, but could be something different. And he could always just go right ahead back and get some more cart pushing. It's not like they're not going to let him back. Ain't like he's going to be fired for life. Oh my goodness, the paragraphs. Get my monocle out. So Abrasive was up to his usual thing of calling people catfishes in the chat, so I called him called him one back, and he had a meltdown and started saying my you-know-what was small, and he had a higher body count. We know. That we know that. That's why we brought that up. That is why we're proposing that you two propose. No, that's not what we're proposing. We're proposing that you two call in if we can get Mr. Abrasive. Here, I'll ask him myself. Hold on a minute. Wine coolers. It is Jack's, I'm assuming. Jack could not care less. If that has not been made evident to you. You gave Jack. There it is. Oh, Inverse, you're gonna have to get NC over there to review his tacos. Mr. Abrasive. I'm expecting that quick of a response. But no, we are proposing that you and Josh Calderon call in. This is the call-in stream. Anybody can call in at any time. We're suggesting that you two call in and sort things out. So that is what we're wanting here. So, Abrasive, Calderon, Colin Lounge is right there. So, Abrasive, those statements could have weight, but we're all reading it in your voice. So, there's that. You know, he may be an incel, but you have the voice. So, you know, you two, I think, have it all to sort out. You know? But, like I said, you know where to find the Colin Lounge. Right there. We'll see if that happens. Are you waiting? Yeah, Inverse, I would really like to see NC get to reviewing the truck's tacos. See what she thinks about that. But I was going to say, I recently have been doing something that you all might find slightly surprising. I've been listening to a bunch of pop music. Is this unexpected? Do you all find this to be odd? That I've been listening to a considerable amount of pop music recently? Because I have. And it's just kind of by chance. And Taylor Swift, did you mean to put a question mark after that? Or are you just saying, Taylor Swift? Yeah, I've been listening to some pop music. Taylor Swift. But just kind of by chance, but I got hooked onto some of this pop music. And what I mean pop music, I mean the real stuff, the good stuff. For a long time, I did not think there was such a thing as good Justin Bieber Madonna. Justin Bieber Madonna. Is that a drag queen, you know? Shakira. No, that was a while ago. But no, I have to say, the real stuff, and for a long time I did not think there was such a thing as real or good pop music, but I took to the 60s, actually, to what was pop music back then. Some of the most played music of that time. Some of those some of the songs with some of the most, the most airplay. There's things like The Left Bank, The Lovin' Spoonful, The Turtles, Tommy Rowe, The Association, that stuff. And I'm listening to this stuff, and those are songs that I know of. Pantera, System of a Down. I mean, maybe that's popular to you. It's popular to be heard around your house. Blaring, blasting, scaring Kenny out of the house. Kenny the cat out of the house. But yeah, so happy to get, you know that. Really. I've come to the realization that that is one out of all the songs and musics that I mentioned that nobody has any idea of. Everybody always can equate the Happy Together song to the Turtles. That's easy to identify somehow. Good. That's good. That's a good song. I found it to be a good song. But yeah, I'm sitting here listening to those songs. I'm surprised you know that it is even the Turtles. But yeah, NC knew it too, and then oh yeah, you weren't there because this was on Inverse's server. But me and NC did a duet of that one on voice chat one time. It is, yeah. When Hook Slogan apparently for some reason he refused to do it. Back in the days when me and Hook Slogan would just pick random songs and do duets on them. But for some reason he refused to do that song, so NC stepped in to do it. But yeah, but that songs like Walk Away Renee by Left Bank, Pretty Ballerina also by them, Never My Love, The Association, Dizzy by Tommy Rowe. Of course, Lovin' Spoonful as Do Believe in Magic. All that. I knew most of those songs, but as of upon my recent listen, I'm sitting there listening to these songs, going, these were actually good. These are not just tolerable. They were pop music, but they were actually good. And it begs this question: what happened? What happened? Stevie T, also known as Steve Terberry on YouTube, was posing the question, what is it about pop music that makes me not want to listen to pop music? And that could be a lot of factors, but what I'm thinking here is, what happened? What happened? And you could ask the same question and really come to the same conclusions with many other genres that started off good and then about, 20 years after their emergence, and then they just go right down the drain in terms of quality. Like, lot of rock music, a lot of metal, grunge. Well, we know where that went. Nickelback, Fuel, new metal. Well, new metal, I think that was doomed from the start. But yeah, R&B. Yeah, the thing was, with R&B, a bunch of the music that I know of now, that is popular now, that it was made, from the 90s into the 2000s onward, that is called R&B. I did not know, because I don't pay attention to genres, I do not listen to popular radio or anything. A whole bunch of the music that is labeled R&B today, I did not know was supposed to be R&B. I thought it was just pop music. I was not really able to differentiate it from anything else, from any of the other pop music. I was just thinking, yeah, it's just pop music, but I guess it is still trying to be marketed as R&B. And it is just not. It is just not. I found this out, I'm finding this out recently, that R&B is apparently still a thing in popularity, and it is basically just pop music. Pop music that is just called R&B. Which, with this specific kind of R&B, no difference. No difference from the regular pop music, I have to say. It's just is not, even if you're a fan of it, I don't think you can really go and deny that. Obviously it has its characteristics, but really no different. In all reality, it is no different from just pop music. And, yeah, that, it just recently came to my attention. But then you could also say the same thing for the country music. I mean, that's been clowned on and dogged on for a long while. The 90s onwards, it's just, again, no different from like pop rock with some little steel guitar inflections in it, and fake accents sometimes. Brett Paisley, but I knew that the stuff nowadays that is called country was marketed and sold as country only because of the west side of town here. For some reason, they play a lot of popular country. For some reason, I do not know the answer to that, but the west side of town, all the shops out there, all the stores you go to, they're playing popular country. Never understood why, but that I grew up with. I grew up with that stuff, and I always thought it was not good. I never found it good, but I knew that is what they were trying to call country nowadays. Even though I know it's just not. It's just not country. It's just not. Plain not country. But if I hadn't known that, if I had not grown up with that, I would have just thought, it's just same pop rock stuff. again, I would have not thought any different if I had not known that previously. Just like with that kind of, you could maybe even call it culture shock that I experienced when I found out that so much of the pop music I've been hearing nowadays is supposed to be R&B, apparently. But have you seen the video of Dobby from Harry Potter falling on a sticky trap and dying? Are you trying to be the Justin Platt replacement for this stream, Inverse? Is that what we're trying to do here? Are you trying to be my Justin? Of course, to boot, following that, we get expel. What? She's here. She sees you. A stick spill what, Casey? Have you... I'm only answering that because if I ignore you, you're probably going to keep spamming, going, answer my question. Have you seen the video of Dobby from Harry Potter falling on a sticky trap? At Sir Monster, answer me. Do you see my messages? I'm going to have to, oh, you can't time out stick spell, but pretend to at least. I have, but I remember none of it. And no, I've not seen the video of Dobby from Harry Potter falling on a sticky trap and dying. But, Anders, I don't know, are you aware that Justin just posted, well, Justin's latest video on YouTube is one of Dobby from Harry Potter. Were you aware of that? Are you subscribed to him? Did you see that? Or was that completely by coincidence? That you and Justin are that on par, on the same track, have the same track of mind. But anyway, I was going to say, I could see the same instance happening with those other genres, like the R&B stuff or the country stuff. Oh, punk rock. We have pop punk. We've had pop punk for a while, and pop punk is probably one of the most wrong genres ever. Like, the words pop and punk are words that, out of all style or genre names, should not ever coexist in the same term at all. Like, that does not seem like it can exist in the force of nature. It just does not seem like that. Not seen that way. Okay, so you all are, why does the rat shaker sound like you? You all are going to go, Tistic on me, because they're not, what, is there not enough Tistics in the chat already? You guys are just gonna do that job for them? Anyway, or are you just trying to, are you trying to get timed out? Are you trying to get yourself on the thin ice? Anyway. But yeah, we have pop punk now. It does not seem like it could exist in the forces of nature, but yet we have it here. So, but I could see how any genre like that could go in that direction. It could go pop. You know, after something has been around for long enough, people try and capitalize off of it and make more money and have it be more easy to sell. And it's just a monopoly. It's a real business out there. I could see that. That does make sense. But for pop to go pop, for pop music to go pop music, Because it did take me a while to think. You know, that music from back then in the 60s and even in the 50s, there was pop music back then. It was called pop music. Um, and it gradually evolved. It had a it basically had the a similar sound between all of the songs, and just kind of slowly progressed from there. Now read in inverse comment. What, heard the song? I have not. Do you like Sonic? The real question is, do you like Sonic? Do I look like anyway, yeah, the pop music had has this slow progression into what we hear today. But how can pop go pop? You know, it was music that was written by songwriters who usually work with a songwriting company with a bunch of other people who write songs and give those to various groups, musicians, and I mean that's really been the same approach that they've always had. But so how can it? Nothing has really changed. You know, with all those other genres I mentioned, with the R&B, the country, the punk, those were all starting with the people who were recording it and performing it, writing that music, and then slowly it turns to other people writing it for them and it becoming just pop music. But how can pop music that had that same approach, how can that go pop? You know, it has been the same approach the whole time. What is the difference? What happened? How can something that has had the same approach, that relatively the same approach that it's had, since that we have today, how can we have such a difference of quality? How were the songs originally good? You know? And then we get the pop music nowadays. So do any of you find that strange as well? That the pop music used to be good, but is now what we have today, even though it's made and produced and released with the same approach. Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Lost on that. Kind of looked like a Sonic Enjoyer because Sonic.exe. I've heard of Minecraft.exe. Not quite sure what that is. You beat Elden Ring. Great. We were all waiting to hear the update on your progress of that. We were all waiting here with bated breath. Wondering if So Race is ever going to beat that dang Forsaken game. Now we can rest. Asking you a question. Have I heard it? I've heard it in passing before. where you wanted to start the whole "is water wet" discussion? What we're doing here? Because I have a quick answer to that. But and if you want to contest it, if you want to contest that, we can go all night. But yeah, does anybody else find that odd? Like, how could we go from "Happy Together," which I'd known before. I mean, everybody knows that one, and I listened to that one recently, of course, and then I mean, obviously I'd heard it before, but then I listening to it now recently, and really listening to it, not just hearing it as background noise, but actually listening to it. And I really did not know how well written it was and how well constructed and instrumented it was. I was not accustomed to the exact instrumentation that they used and the real composition of it. I had not really taken that into full consideration. So how could we? And it was I was surprised by how good I found it to be. So how can we go from that? How can we go from "Happy Together" to the pop music that we know and clown on all the time? You know, I cannot be the only one who finds that odd. And again, I had that mentality of pop music just being junk from the start, but no. I mean, the popular stuff, even though it was the same pop music, it actually was good. It actually seemed like it had some care put into it. But I don't know. Did these people start off with having good ideas, good inspiration, and they just kind of milked that dry? Is that the case? I don't know, because um, I could come up with probably 100 pop music ideas that would still be good. I think so. I would not think that would be possible unless whoever's writing it is just really, really uninspired. Got really, really uninspired, or maybe it's something that's changed. Maybe it became more corporate, perhaps, and more of it was rushed. The approach became slightly different, but overall the same approach. Still, these people, professional songwriters in companies and corporations who write popular, who write pop music for other people. So I can't really find what would be the what would have changed that considerably. Yu-Gi-Oh player. If I knew what Yu-Gi-Oh was, Embers, you reminded me of Daniel Ozark when he started blocking up the quotes channel, or no, the photograph channel with graphs and like geometry problems. You're pulling an Ozark, just so you know. And yes, I did. Inverse, I actually did. I actually did know that. Yeah, I still don't see what the difference is. Maybe it was it's changed to be more, you know, approach more, oriented to just get songs out. Don't put much effort into them. Just know what works and put it out. Maybe, but maybe it's become more of getting more songs out, and so people ain't got really the time or the encouragement to do anything good. But it was done back then, so I really would like to know what has what has changed. Because if you again, I encourage you to go listen to all that that early stuff, the pop music of the '60s and the '50s, and then consider how that music was again written and released and produced with the same approach as the stuff nowadays. And it is a head scratcher. You'll find it is a head scratcher, for me at least. Yeah, that is something that I'm genuinely interested in. How it went bad. No, I actually do not. I legitimately do not. Inverse, maybe if you ask him nicely, or actually, what am I saying? You would have to ask Casey's sister. I'm afraid. Afraid Casey's sister is who you would have to. You have to go through her. She's his manager. Casey has a manager, and that is his own sister. But moving toward a more positive note. I had these videos that I should have prepared. Should have had prepared. Hey, Robert Hayes. How's it going, my man? I haven't seen you around. I haven't seen you around in a while. Good to see you back. Yeah, we got to let him go. He's gonna be in a better place, away from us. We just have to. We have to move on, find better people. He's gonna have to find better people for himself. We had our moments, we had our fun, but all good things have to come to an end. It's very thoughtful of you, Robert. Very nice observation. What do you mean, no, Casey? Answer Inverse's. You won't answer Inverse's question? Is that what you're trying to say, Casey? Can only show him Bob's. Yes, Casey is very much into the old bob cuts, That's what he likes. Well, yeah, that was Daniel who was impersonating Casey, uh, and haven't seen him around that much. Oh, you do want to come back to Discord then? Oh, really? You're back? Yeah, you have been back on Discord. You never left. You're still on there. You're still on my server. I just hope your sister will be okay with that. It is her call. Yeah, or is he just saying that? Let's see. Is he in there? Yeah, we ain't seeing him. This thing, my link, is not working. Post a link in my server. I don't know why that's not working. Anyway, we'll wait for that. But I doubt we're gonna be able to wait for Casey, and I doubt that's gonna be able to happen. Casey sometimes just likes to say stuff. My nuts. What's wrong with my nuts? But down here, that's what's wrong with my nuts. Only the best. Lee and Shelkine. Casey was in so much peace right now when he does not have to be around people anymore who pushes him to like men. Who pushes him to like men? That was you. That was you, Robert. You were doing that. You like a guy who claps when the plane lands. No, I'm not into guys, Josh. Oh, Sticksbill. I misread that as people like you, Robert. Wow, are people like you? You literally share a video and said it was Casey yesterday. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was Robert. But I have to say, if there are two companies who I really, really would like to get a sponsor from, it'd be these guys. CB's Nuts, #1 USA grown, and the Icelandic sweater company. It's like any of you know anybody from either corporations, please let them know, because I'll take all the sponsors I can get. I love these products, both these. Oh, stay expel you. Excuse me. You don't like these? Like this kind? Are the shells too much effort for you? You need them unshelled and like honey roasted or something? Is that what you need? And these, you're gonna have to see bees nuts. I don't know what they were doing. Did she show you her Bob's and Virginia? For some reason, I thought you were talking about Virginia L's Bob's. There. Okay, read Casey's comment. Which one? Oh, you did? Okay. You should tell us about this new girlfriend. Where did you meet her? How long have you two been together? Would we know her? Would we know her, Casey? Was it just in time for Valentine's Day? And two, there's two of them? Two girlfriends? You have two girlfriends? Who is it? Yes to all of that? Okay, so would we know this lady? Hoping it is in fact a real lady. Yes, he does. Not men, like you were trying to insinuate in the past, Robert. Casey's still Amber. Well, you know what? Out of everybody, you could have done that. I would be the most pleased if Casey, if it had to be Casey. You know, he's the only one who that might happen. I'd be good. Good for you, Casey. Good for you, man. Have fun. He likes me. Okay, well, right back, circling back to where we started. Yeah, Robert. You have an odd mind, I have to say. Are you the type of guy who puts mayonnaise on your hot dogs? Are you trying to say are you asking if I'm Dutch? Man, if only Mikey was here. I'd tell you all about that. I can honestly say, I have never put mayonnaise on a hot dog myself. But I have had hot dogs with mayonnaise on them. That I got with mayonnaise. Did not order with mayonnaise. They just came with mayonnaise on them. While I was in Holland. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. That's nasty. In America, yes. Well, in anywhere outside of Holland, yes. but they're the the Hollandaise, they like their mayonnaise. They really do. Like the mayonnaise is their ketchup. They like ketchup too, actually. Which, respect from out here, from over here to them, those guys. But mayonnaise is like ketchup is their mustard, and then mayonnaise is their ketchup. You know, and they have like they're doing mayonnaise like we could not even imagine. Like for some reason they have their own Dutch mayonnaise. I don't know what's in it, but dang, is it good? It is. Well, is it better than some of the olive oil mayonnaise I've had here? Some of the American olive oil mayonnaise. Is it better? I do not know. But I will say, it is far more versatile, and it is probably the only mayonnaise out there that you could put in on a hot dog. You know? The only kind. Mayo is for gay people. That is very, very stately of you, Inverse. It reflects where you come from. It's somebody who may be true to their state and to something that they might say. But it's you saying that. I don't know if you reveal your state outside of voice chats, so I'm not going to say it, but it's you saying that, so it does not have the same. That statement does not have the same weight to it as the more typical state resident. If you acquire my drift. Nice one. Maybe. There's a video about it. About what? Where? About what? Where? Inverse. Anyway, while we're waiting for that, I was going to say, Robert, I'm really hoping that next stream we can be making your burgers. I think I have everything ready for that now. I can finally go and do that. So hopefully, whenever the next stream is, hopefully be making your Texan burgers. And we'll see how Inverse reacts to that. See if he can, if that's something that's on par with something he could do, something he could make. Inverse, if your search history ever got leaked, would you be worried? My first thought would be you would be worried, but my second thought would be absolutely not. My second thought, on second thought, reconsidering that, I mean, you would live off the follow up to that. I mean, burgers. There's the homemade fries, homemade milkshakes with ice cream. Of course, man. What, did you think I wasn't going to keep the promise, Robert? No, man, I ain't like that. And yes, I know it has been a while, but uh, certain circumstances have prevented me from doing that. I've not gotten all the right ingredients yet, but we're going to be going to doing it. Your search history is off. Your search history. I did not know you could turn your search history off. Why would anyone leave it on? Okay, there we go. There we go. There's the thing. Why would anybody leave it on if they don't have anything to hide? If they do not have anything to hide. You know, if my search history got leaked, nobody would even be interested in it. They'd like one scroll through and they'd go, whatever. This guy sucks. He's so boring. No, it's like, what is some gourmet to make burgers? To make the burger the juiciest, tastiest, most luxury burger. Yeah, man. I'm keeping that in mind. I've got an idea of how I'm going to be going about it. I think you would like it. I think you would. We know you're subscribed to OnlyFans. Yeah, only my fans are the ones that I'm subscribed to. You know, if you're a fan of me, that warrants a subscription. If you're not, then who are you? I'm subscribing to you. I'm watching your stuff. And a lovely milkshake, maybe any way you like it, since there's a lot of ways to make different kinds of flavors of milkshake. Yep, I've got one in mind. It's on par with the Texas theme. You're going to see it. Search history would just be the puppet shows. 2017, yes. In 2017, that's absolutely what it would be. And I did not get into that myself. I had a friend of mine he liked that stuff way too much, and he made me watch that. So back 2017, yeah, you would have seen that stuff on my search history. The Super Mario Logan Jeffy stuff. Yeah. A fan of yours and the rest of the community. I know you're kind of breaking the fourth wall here. Gosh. What you want a game with Casey Batman, Robert? Yeah, maybe find him on Steam if he's still on there. See if he could use a gaming buddy. I think he could. You know, I mean, all he has had previously was just Take the Pen and Tory Boo. So I think they've shunned him for the most part. So yeah, maybe you could take him up on that. But anyway, I have these videos here queued up that I was referencing earlier. I don't know why they've gone unshown for this long, but as some of you may know, back in December I went over to see the Oak Ridge Boys in concert in a town, a little historic town, just about an hour away from here, and we got some footage out there, legal footage. They allowed some footage to be taken, and I know I was talking about their show and how great it was and how it was one of the best shows I've ever seen. One of the best musical performances, one of the most amazing musical performances I've seen, especially with these guys in their 80s, still killing it with their perfect harmonies, their perfect tones of voice, their perfect blend, and I should have shown you all some of this stuff, but we're getting to it now. I only was thinking of it because this one song of theirs has been going through my head pretty much the whole week. There's not a day that has gone by where this song has not been stuck in my head. And you'll see what it is, but let's get this queued up here. Voltaire is the best. We will, I'll decide that after you see these guys. Okay. You're in a weird mood. It does not seem like you have not been in one for quite a while, Josh. There we go. Here we go. Volume up. Of course, they had to do this one. All right. What are we watching? I was gonna say we were watching my. Well, I said earlier we were watching the footage I took from the Oak Ridge Boys concert that I went to back in December. I was talking about it kind of at length on my past streams last year, but I for some reason did not get around to showing this footage of these guys. The guys in their 80s. You know, the 81, 82, and 86. And then there's the young guy, 28 years old. And these guys are just killing it out there. Like, you could hear. I mean, the audio quality on my stream is not the best, but you could hear it. These guys just still have that perfect harmony blend. They're able to still sing in sync, have the perfect tones, have hit all the perfect notes. And how about that band too? Dang. Even with the new guy, Ben James, who is was filling in for Joe Bonsall, who retired in January of last year and then passed away in July. From ALS, actually. He was 76. They had to get this guy Ben James in here, and he gladly went and filled in for him and became an official member. And he's even on their latest album that was released back last year. And this is his first time on their Christmas tour. And this guy, 28 years old, only been singing with them since 2 years ago, really. But he has completely blended himself in with these guys who have been singing since when? Like the 70s, the early 70s, altogether. Obviously, some of the members have been in there longer than others, but since the 70s, it was, the three old guys, since 1972, been them, and of course Joe Bonsall, so they've been used to that since 1972, and now here they are, just nailing it with this new guy, who's able to do Mr. Bonsall complete justice. And then also, how about Mr. Richard Sturban over there? With the bass. He is just in the basement of bass ranges. I cannot remember the last time a performance actually blew me away before I was experiencing that, hearing that live. Hearing that guy just, again, in the basement there. I did not know that somebody could have that naturally low of a voice. But there he is, just doing it like it's a breeze. And he's 81 years old and still just has it. They all just have it. And how about that, again, that band? What I'm extremely grateful for is the mixing. The mixing on it is perfect. is perfectly, well, near perfect. I think the piano could have been turned up a little bit, but it is not annoyingly bad. It is not bad, and it does not detract from the performance like many other performance mixings I've experienced. This one was all right, all good. It's usually that case. It's usually the case with the much older folks, you know. Um, so yeah, amazing performance. But I have to show you some of these other ones I took, which are even better. But let's see, rate a Voltaire live performance. Well, send me one, Josh. Post one on the server, and I'll do it after we're done watching these. It sounds, yeah. Robert Hayes did not know about Captain Kira's stream? What in the world? Robert, where have you been? Been around here all this time. Everybody around here knows about Captain Kira's stream. Unearthly low, yeah. Even his speaking voice, he's not just putting that on. When he would just talk in between songs, he sounded like that. That is just how his voice is. And that guy, he used to be the bass singer in Elvis's backup group. He used to sing backup with that voice for Elvis. He used to be out there on stage with Elvis back in the 70s. Dang, and then maybe the late 60s. Guy looks like he's straight out of ZZ. Yeah, yeah. But you know, he's got more beard game than ZZ Top. He rivals ZZ Top, I have to say. And he has I have to say, a much better voice than any of the guys from ZZ Top. You know, the guys from ZZ Top, they can sing in their own regard, but this guy, he can sing. He can actually sing. Not saying ZZ Top can't sing, but this guy can sing. And I would assume you know what I mean by that. But you have to take a look at some of these other ones. Here. Vertical. Sorry, it's vertical. I dare all of you to go out, and yes, I know, you sent me the video, Josh. I dare you all to go out and write a catchier hook line than that. Than they did when that song was written. I dare you all to go out and write something more catchier than that. And I'm serious. Y'all come back saloon. Y'all come back soon and come back with a catchier hook than that. Leads right out of the chorus. And just comes trippingly off the tongue. I'm being serious. I challenge you all to go out and do that. But here, something else I noticed. You drive a DeLorean? No way. You drive a DeLorean. His voice always stood out to me in Elvis's records. Yeah, yeah, I've not ever heard a voice quite like his. You know, a voice that is naturally like that. Kira has some passion for rabbits. Yes, we all have our passions around here. I'm the one. um, Minecraft fun game. Good to know, Casey. But here, there's another one that I guess I missed. And pasting these video links. I have to find it again. Where is it at? Running joke on. Oh, okay. Well, if you're saying that stuff here, then it's a bit lost in translation. And I think you either got amazingly fortunate with your car, or you paid way too much, or you're not being smart and you're thinking we can be led down the garden path like that. Dang it, where is it? Okay, my phone just crashed. Not what I intended. Here it is. Here we go. Bear with me. Yeah, this was obviously in um, their Christmas tour, which they did half the show. First half being popular songs, their hits, and then of course the second half being all the Christmas music and various assorted gospel songs, which are always the best in my opinion. And I found it. Obviously, you can go there and see them do all the songs you know and you like, but I actually do like the experience of seeing them do songs that they do not do regularly, and their take on these old Christmas songs. I'll play "Devil Went Down to Georgia." Oh, yeah, but I was gonna say the that guy on the end you saw over. Yeah, this guy. If you see here, he was in these past couple of videos I've been showing you. He's gone from playing pedal steel guitar, fiddle, and mandolin. None of the other guys in the band were switching up instruments like that, and that guy, I think, he looked to be the oldest in their backing band, and he's just able to go and switch out like that. That is what I like to see. You know, older band members who still got that, who got the ability to do that. That is what I go there for. If backing band has that, even better, even better. Yeah. And the guy, he was even using his violin like a mandolin in I think the previous video, and he was playing it, like a mandolin. I think maybe with a pick even, and then switch right to bowing it. Oh, but another thing. This guy playing drums here. Does he remind you of anybody? Does he remind you all of anybody that we know? As soon as I saw the guy, when I was there, even from way back in the distance, he reminded me of somebody right off the bat. Does he look like anybody we all know? Lars? No, not Lars. No, not a musician, but it's somebody we all know. I know that footage of it is grainy, and but you know I saw him much more clearly back when I saw them there. But right off the bat, that guy reminded me of Steven. The hair, the sideburns, the sunglasses. He even has the same build as him, and he even has the same movements as Steven. Like I right off the bat, I saw the guy and I thought that's Steven. I'll play this again. You can see the guy's movements. I want to see him for a little bit there. But maybe in the next video it'll be more clear. And this one now, out of all the songs they did, you know, after seeing them do Elvira in person, you know, and Y'all Come Back Saloon in person, which is legendary in and of itself, there was one song that was there that they did there that blew me away and has never left me. Again, this song, this week, there's not been a day that has gone by where this song has not been stuck in my head. It's a song that I feel like I'd heard before, I was slightly familiar with, but I could not ever place where. And now the only version of it that goes through my head is this version that they did right here on this night. So you all tell me what you think of this. But man, this has not left me since. Wrong one. Wrong one. That was the complete and total wrong one. I already showed you all that. This is not there. Can't. I never should have had these queued up, but I was going to do that during the intro. But a lot of the times during the week, I'm thinking of streaming, but I'm thinking of everything but what I need to do to prepare for the stream. I just think I'm just going to go in and do it. Come on now. Yep. There we go.
It's a lonesome since she's gone, and it's hard to know she won't return again. But I'll meet her in that morning on heaven's door again, where love's teaching angels how to sing. Love's teaching angels how to sing. Then falls inside when mama sings. Lays down his heart and they'll fall free. When mama's teaching angels how to sing.
And how about that? You can tell me what you all think. Real question, did you get to sing on stage with them? You know what? I was about to say I wish I could have, but, you know, they have that blend. If I were to go in there, I would have just messed it all up. Even if I did it right. I'm not saying I would have done it badly. But you can't just run in and join the Oak Ridge Boys. You know, even if I was called up on stage, I'd be hesitant because it'd be the Oak Ridge Boys, and then there's Sir Monster. I would not have fit in. I know I would not have fit in with that, definitely. But man, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the guy on drums, doesn't he have a striking, I would say his Steven resemblance is striking. Stage fright, well, even if I did it, even if I nailed it, I would mess up their mixture. I would mess up the mixture. But again, eyes on this drummer. It may just be me, and I may just have to get over it, but I think he looks exactly like Steven. Like his movements, he moves like Steven when he's...
It's a lonesome since she's gone, and it's hard to know she won't return again. But
I can't be the only one who's seeing this. I cannot be the only one who's seeing this. The hair, he's got the curls, the sunglasses. Steven sometimes wore his shirts like that. I need to get Steven to see it. I need Steven to see that somehow. Does it say, can I Wikipedia who their touring members are? If you aren't banned. Yeah, well, you could tell them in the chat that I have a video for them to see. Usually when somebody tells Jack or Steven that Sir Monster has a video that he wants you all to see, they will go and check it on Discord. It's a secret side gig. That's what I'm saying. Just a striking resemblance, strike of resemblance. Let's see. Good boys. Yeah, I can't find anything on it. They did the thing where they introduce all their band members, but I cannot remember a single name. Cannot remember a single name. Oh, but we need to go check out. Oh, first of all, Josh, before I take a look at your video, were they? How do they compare in comparison to Voltaire? While they're streaming, okay. No. I'll just have Stickspell or Inverse do it. They'll do my bidding, like usual. But yeah, Josh, I'm looking at you. I know they're not at all like Voltaire, and maybe they're outside of comparison. But what do you think? If you can compare them, how do they compare to a Voltaire performance, which I will watch in just a second. They're pretty alright. They're pretty alright. Pretty alright. Maybe my sound system on my stream is not doing them justice, and I know it's not. I know it's not. It's from a phone audio through the stream audio. I'll send you the original video for them, but pretty alright. I'm gonna need more than that. I'm gonna need more than pretty alright. That's a pretty encompassing remark, encompassing statement. Was that all you thought? I find it hard to believe that is all you thought. I mean, if that is your opinion, that is completely fine, but not something that I would expect. Not what I was expecting to hear. But, is that it? We're getting dead air from Josh, so we'll just forget about his video he sent us. Just move on the stream. I'm joking. We're gonna take a look at Josh's Voltaire performance. Maybe he's just taking time to gather his thoughts. Yeah, well, they are just plain old good musicians. And, you know, if you take care of yourself well enough, or you just don't do anything bad to yourself, you can still do that. You know, keep yourself up to date, healthy, and a lot of the times you ain't even got to really try to be a health nut. You just, again, like I said, don't do anything bad to yourself, and if you are a truly good musician, that will stick with you for most of the rest of your life. Okay, well, let's take a look at Voltaire. Maybe Josh is giving me the silent treatment because I'm not watching his Voltaire thing. Okay, this is Voltaire singing Ex-Lover's Lover, Pittsburgh, 2009. Maybe this ain't working like this. Hold on. Yep. That top hat. Artsy Slash. All right, I think we get the point. I've seen worse. Yeah, apparently it was thrown in. I appreciate the string section, but that violin, was it just me? Was it just me? Are my ears just off? Was that violin out of key? Or am I, again, the only one noticing these things? I think he looks, he has a better look without the makeup. I think he could do without the makeup look. Bad quality video. I don't think just a quality of video can screw up the sound of the violin's key that it's playing. I think that violin was playing in that key, and that key happened to not be the right key. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was back 2009. He's aged okay. He's aged okay. In terms of his appearance, but he is putting on more and more of the makeup, so is he trying to cover stuff up? Who knows? Hopefully not. If Voltaire, of all people, we find out is age conscious, then that is going to be, that's called a laughingstock, what that is. Dummy looks a bit demonic. I guess because, yeah, I have the light, because my forehead was becoming a light bulb with the light up there, so I turned it around, and now it's just, he's the one getting saturated with all that. Can barely make out his facial features. Yeah, I'll do the opposite. Turn it all the way, the other way around. I'm only half a light bulb now. There he is. Nice. You roomed with somebody? When? In college? What did you room with? 50, whatever that was. They were probably in the 50s, late 40s. When did you? How did you manage that? A few years ago? Somebody in their early 50s. How did that end up coming around? Want to learn the cello, you have said for the third time. He's still single? But where did you room with this guy? I don't know how roommates situations work outside of college, and as far as I know, you were not in college a few years ago. Maybe you were. That's why I'm asking. Okay. But I was going to say, I'm actually going to this stream be premiering a new stream segment. It's going to be for the first time we're going to do it, and that is I've been in college 15 years. Oh, you still room with? I am out of the know of how the whole room situation works. I don't know how you get to doing that, but I mean, hopefully that is a not bad experience for you. Millimeter Peter says Nickel Pickle. Yes, great guy that is. But now I was going to premiere my new segment, which is the channel shoutouts here. There are a bunch of channels on YouTube I'm subscribed to that get shockingly low popularity. So I'm going to promote them as well as I can, because that's all I can do. But right here we're going to take a look at my favorite channel on YouTube, by far my favorite YouTube channel. This is a channel by the name of Ricky Henson. And this guy used to be going by the channel name Rick22228, and has since changed it. I find Ricky Henson to be more memorable. But same tribe, no, the same trailer park as Nickel Pickle, what Steven said. Do you watch Red Wolf? No, I'd rather not make myself depressed. But anyway, he used to go by Rick22228, and you might know this guy from some of his more popular videos, one in particular, which is of course the video from 14 years ago, 8.7 million views, Old Piano Adventure, The Saloon Sound. 8 million views, and rightfully so. Let's give you a sample of it.
Brainstorming.
Little sample of it as we sit through an ad. And of course, this is the most replayed section where he just lets loose here.
Piano sounds. How about a little boogie woogie? Listen to that bass.
Yeah, this guy has got it. And this was 14 years ago. He's done videos since 16 years ago on his various pianos and banjo and guitar. And this is no surprise that this is my favorite channel here on YouTube. And he just still does this stuff. The last upload was 5 months ago. He just goes and he just cranks out these original songs, these new original songs that he makes here, and they're just some of the best songs I've ever heard. Really, like, and for new songs, like songs made today, probably the best that I know of. But these are songs just some of my favorites, and this guy's just cranking these out. Like, this is the most recent one, and I think, like, this guy has hit material. I think this guy actually has hit material. And this is his latest one, and I think it's probably the most, I mean, all of them, I love all of them, but this one is probably the most hit-like out of all these songs that I've seen. Okay, Josh Caldera, not paying attention. Why did you tell Steven, let's get this over with now, Dipstick? Because that was not me. It was not, that was a character. Maybe that was an odd thing to say to him, as this character I was playing. Perhaps, but it was in the moment, and that was 3 years ago, so why bringing it up now? Not for me to say, but anyway. Take a look at this one.
You can save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Whoa!
Not take a look at Liberty Mutual.
From the moment it...
Or this.
Critical parts of...
Hello, my name is Rick. I'm out here in my detached garage playing a little music. I got a new blues song that I wrote. And
I'll get to it here.
For stand-up bass. It's called Finger Bass 1. It's not quite organ, not quite like an organ. But it's like a sort of an electric piano sound. It's different from a regular grand piano sound. But I'm going to try that and see what it sounds like. So get a little accompaniment going, and we'll see how it sounds. Here we go. When I first met you, baby, you know I loved you through and through. Tried my best to please you, honey. Do all the things you asked me to. But things got complicated. Oh, that's when we had our falling out. We're just like oil and water, babe. Of that there is no doubt. Now when the saints go marching in, and the sinners, they come marching out, they might come together for just a little while, but there'll soon be a falling out. They might have some things in common, maybe a little forgiveness too. Oh, but they're just like oil and water, babe. Sounds a lot like me and you. I tried to be kind and gentle. Oh, I tried to do my part. But it seemed like that we just couldn't get along. Even though you had my heart, I tried to go the extra mile. You know, I gave it all I had. But we're just like oil and water, babe. And you know that is so, so sad. Now when the saints go marching in.
Dang. I'm trying to save up time here, but man, I would like to just let all these songs play. This guy's lyrics, that whole thing with the saints and the sinners, that's clever. I would not, I would say I could not come up with something like that. Is this guy the same guy from the band? No, this is just a guy on YouTube I found. Many people have found through that one video of his with 8 million views, but man, he deserves, every one of his videos deserves 8 million views and beyond, I think. Like that guy, this guy needs to start putting out some records. You know, I'd buy all these songs on vinyl. I really would. These need to be out there. Sounds like me singing? Huh. Yeah, I'm not singing any of his songs. Maybe next stream. I've not thought of that, but maybe next stream, I'll learn one of his songs. And we'll see, put that to the test. Yeah, that would not be my first thought that he would sound like me, but we'll see. Try that out next stream. But while you all are at this, I'm going to put the link here in the chat, and I ask you to please go and subscribe to this guy. Because, man, is he good. And again, my favorite channel on the entirety of YouTube. This guy. He doesn't have to be your favorite, but I just encourage you to give him all the listens you can. Put it there. Your subscription does count, and I think it will be worth it for you and for this guy. But that is something I would like to do on every stream, because I know a bunch of channels just like that that are getting little to no attention, and they need to. Yeah, we need to get these people out there. Same with that guy on YouTube, Stevie T or Steve Terraberry. He does a similar thing with listening to Spotify pages that have 0 listeners. So I find surprising that you can get on Spotify and have 0 listeners. I thought you had to be, well, I guess that could work, but you have to go through a bunch of those distribution things, and it is a hassle getting on there if you're not popular. Which SatCon was suggesting in the past that we should upload some of the podcasts to Spotify. It ain't worth that. You all can come here. People can come here and view or listen to the podcasts. Whatever. But anyway. But speaking of me making music, we have something here that has been needing to be done, that's been planned out for a while. And I'm out of the know of where Inverse is at, but he told me he was going to go yell for NC for her to come over and hear me play the song I learned on the harp as per her request. Where is Inverse at? Where is NC at? I wish I knew, but Inverse did say that NC was going to be watching this stream. And How is that even possible? I'll deal with that later. But the harp's there. I'm here. The stream's still going. And I wouldn't think we'd be waiting on Inverse or NC to get over here for me to end the stream out. But I would hate to end without them. But that is going to be on them. So we'll go yell at Inverse. You all are welcome to yell at Inverse as well. Get him and NC on over here. Oh, and Prestonian, you're not on the server, are you? For some reason, I thought you had joined, but I had to remind myself that I don't. You're not anywhere on Discord except for the Rabbit server. But if you want to go on there, if you want to get yourself on there, that's how you do it. Just hope I can get this thing situated before I have to play the harp. This is... I'm vaguely remembering this happening before, but I did this. All I did was this. And this happens. If you've ever seen anything like this before, how did this does not seem possible. How in the world? Anyway. Man, is the Inverse really going to be a no-show? Is NC really going to be a no-show for this one? I would hope not, but if they are, this is the last train. Last train to hear that harp song, because next stream is going to be the cooking stream, so this is final call here. I would not like to imagine Inverse and NC potentially snoozing. I'd like to imagine that. They don't seem like they'd be snoozers themselves, but it has happened before, unfortunately. And that one song that NC requested I do might just remain in the vaults of my brain, unused, for however long. Got it free from here. Man, they're going to have some splaining to do eventually, but for now, I'll fill us in. And of course, you know, we cannot end the stream without doing a little bit of this music stuff. Well, except for last stream where we talked to Coleman for what seemed like 3 hours on the call. And the call-ins are still open, so anybody who does want to call in surely will be able to. I don't even know what to play. Estonian. Okay, I just joined Discord channel. Okay. Why not? Well, good to have you anyway, Estonian. It's, you always get notifications when streams or anything else of note is going on. So, good to have you anyway, man. Should play an organ if I had one. If only, man. I wish. I wish. That is what is wrong here. My seat is too low. I was using it for piano. Okay, Manny. Okay. Manny's not going to move from his guard, so he's going to maintain guard for us, keeping us safe here. From any middle-aged blonde women with bangs and sunglasses who throw potatoes through windows. By the names of Susie Cream Cheese. That's why he's here for us. We'll lean back out the window and yell, "What has got into you?" Yeah, that was a bit all over the place, but sometimes that's just what we need. I don't know what kind of mood that fits. Does something. But yeah, Oregon is the next. Gonna be the next endeavor. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe or something. Or I need to start I need to have a donation link on here through Streamlabs. I need to start that. Would you all pitch in for an organ? I doubt you would, but I need to put up one of those anyway. Also, new instrument edition. New instrument edition here. Finally, I was visiting my uncle last weekend, and we were talking about all my instruments, and he was saying, "Of course, you have a harmonica." I said, "Actually, I do not have a harmonica. Strangely enough, that is one of the things I do not have." And so, what? You don't have a harmonica? Well, here, have one here for you. And this is one that he was going to give it to his grandson, but never got around to it. So I now have a harmonica, a real harmonica, for the first time. I've been playing instruments since, well, I've been playing more than one instrument. I guess for it to be of significance, I think it'd have to be 3 instruments to the point where you need a harmonica. For like 6-7 years, just about. So it's a overdue collection edition, but this is a Hohner Special 20. I'm not familiar with harmonicas at all, really, but I know Hohner is a very nice, trusted, popular brand. Hohner harmonicas are probably the Fender Stratocasters of harmonica, in terms of popularity and reliability and good quality too. So I've not had that much use for a harmonica as of yet, but I know I will at some point. As we're playing it, this thing, I once saw this one Watch Mojo video. I rarely ever watch those, but this one was relevant to me, and it was top 20, top 10. Yeah, it was like I think top 10 most easiest instruments to play. And harmonica was on there, and most of that video was complete nonsense, but harmonica, because like Watch Mojo still has original good ideas. I think they ran out of ideas, ran out of content a long while ago. They're making top 20 easiest instruments, top 10 easiest instruments to play. And they were not quite spot on with the harmonica, because I, for the life of me, as of now, cannot figure out how to play individual notes. See, these openings are so small. The only individual notes I could play are basically the ones on either end when there are not other openings on the side. But if I try to go and do a scale, yep, see? Always just 2 notes at once every time anytime I try to go up. But yeah, I have no clue of anything related to harmonica technique or harmonica playing styles. I mean, obviously I know what, harmonicas do in some styles of music, but as for playing it, yeah, I know nothing. I really do not know anything about it. So, it's on the top 10 easiest instruments to play list. So maybe I'm just dumb at this, but there's just some instruments some people are incapable of playing. Sometimes. But I feel like I can figure this out. And I'm not. Something I have set out not to do is go out and Google lessons or like watch YouTube videos of how to play instruments. Unless they're an obscure instrument that you cannot go and take lessons for. But I don't know. I feel like I could figure this out on my own. But who knows? Maybe are there any harmonica lessons in town I could take? Anybody who teaches harmonica? I'll see. If not, almost had an individual note. But we'll see. No use for her for a harmonica I've had as of yet, but I guarantee I will. And of course, no instrument is bad to learn how to play. No instrument's gonna be a waste of your time. Not worth learning, at least. Josh Calderon says, do your nickel pickle impression. Like I'm just at your command. It's like you're paying me to be here and stream for you when I could be doing homework and practicing instruments. Like I'm some maid of yours. Oh, do your nickel and pickle impression for me. It will amuse me. Bub, I've been streaming for what? Near 3 hours at this point, and you're coming in here going. This is after the harp's been played. Go and do your nickel pickle impression. Wow, man. Wow. Really had to bury yourself deeper in there, didn't you? You know, you started off being obsessed with the games and the rat and whatever else. Mr. Calderon, I hope you do not ever have to appear in court, because I could not see it going too well in your favor, unfortunately. But it's stream ending time for me right now. You can start up your own streams if you want, if you need that kind of energy on a Sunday night. I frankly do not. But anyway, why did I get a notification for my own stream? Anyway, you can barely see it, but that is my own notification coming in for my own stream. Anyway, that is going to be it here. Thank you all for tuning in. I had a fun one. Had a good one. Got done what I wanted to get done. But we know you have a higher body count than who? Than Amber? Not anymore. Casey's gone and ran away with her, man. You know, and I'm happy for them. Casey's the only guy who can come in and accomplish that, who I'd be okay with. You know, the only one, really. Tangled web we weave. Yep. Perfect way to end the stream. With that tangled web. That is our existence. Yeah. That's something to think about. Keep you up at night till you have to go to school or work in the morning, like I have to. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in, being here, sticking with me through all my yakking and plucking, yakking and plucking. What I'm known for around here. Thanks for sticking with me while I'm trying to get you all to like early pop music, the Oak Ridge Boys, and Mr. Ricky Henson, which I hope you all have subscribed to. I hope you're all on your way to go out and get some Oak Ridge Boys records while you're at it. And hopefully next stream you all will have pondered the question and are able to come back to me with an answer for what happened to pop music. How did pop music become pop? How did the pop get popped? That's one thing that's might be keeping me up at night, so I'm all here for answers. And the answers I can get. About all the concert footage? Well, if I get any more, if I have more to show, I'll definitely be showing it if there's a opportunity for that. But anyway, that'll be it for now. You all have a good night and have a good start to your week. I'll hopefully be on Discord more than usual, so we can stay in touch there until the next stream, which might be the famed Texas Burgers cooking stream. But stay tuned for that, and as always, don't follow too close, keep the faith, and don't take any wooden nickels.